My name is Stuart Hill. I'm 60 years old. I'm a tenant in an anchor sheltered housing scheme in Middlesbrough. I've been here for just over 4 years now. I found the TPAS course very easy to follow. It was well laid out. There was a lot of online support, friendly tutors, you can contact any time. There's a lot of material to download, which I've actually printed off and kept in a folder now. I can refer back to that. I'm a member of Anchor Tenant Forum. I think the course I've just done with TPAS has given me a lot more confidence. When I attend the meetings, I always tend to be a bit quiet. I think it's given me a bit more confidence to speak up and say what I actually think. It's also inspired me to do a lot more e-learning courses online. I've actually applied to the Open University. I'm doing a course on understanding health. I've just found out recently that the Open University use Moodle, which is a platform that TPAS use. So I think when I start that, I'll feel a lot more comfortable doing it. I'd certainly recommend that if you are on the internet, to seek out e-learning courses, because you will find that they're enjoyable. And I'd certainly recommend anybody to have a go. You will enjoy it.
My name's Sue Howlett. I'm 48 and I live in Leeds. I don't work at the moment due to health problems. I've been a tenant for Leeds Federated Housing for the last 4 years, and over the last 3 I've just become more involved, starting at a very low level with a couple of focus groups and sitting on panels. I'm working my way through to chair of tenants fairs. The e-learning course that I've just done I think was really good. It challenged my thought processes, and I think over the last 2 or 3 years I've maybe become a little bit complacent about what I was doing, what my role was within the organisation, and why I was involved. And it made me think about that. It made me think about my community. It also gave me the opportunity to interact with other course users and just sort of run things past them. And I think it was just a really good learning experience. I like the whole concept of e-learning. I like the choices it gives you, and I like the freedom it gives you to actually learn at your own pace, and yet still be able to interact with other people who have the same interests. I would certainly undertake more e-learning in the future. I think it's, as I've said, I think it's a great way of extending your own knowledge at your own pace, and I think having courses tailored specifically to the interests and things that you may be doing in your outside life within housing, it is really good. And having tutors that have specific skill sets that they can help you through the courses and you can achieve accreditation for at the end of the day can only benefit everybody.
My name's Howard Hyman. I'm an older tenant and I live in an anchor scheme. I'm currently involved as a forum representative. I'm also involved in the LGBT group, with which I'm the secretary, and it's for staff and tenants. I found the TPAS pilot courses quite effective and helpful, and actually I know they're geared to help tenant representatives and to actually move forward, and I think that was what was behind it, and actually was successful in that way. I found the actual forum parts the best, because you can interact with other people during the course and learn from other people's experiences as well, and hopefully they could actually see how you were doing in your area, as well as being of benefit to help me move forward within the tenants movement, so to speak. I found the actual courses helped me improve my computer skills. Generally, I found that the courses helped me to find out also what might be not so right within my own housing association, when I've learned how things are done elsewhere. Because although I do actually quite often sing the praises of my housing association in the way it actually does tenant consultation, I do think there are areas for improvement. And through the TPAS courses, I know now how to approach the landlord more constructively with other people to actually achieve a better output for the housing association itself. I will definitely do e-learning courses again in the future, because you're never an expert, and just because I've done 2 doesn't mean that's the end of everything, because there's always ongoing learning to do. Things change, and we need to move with changes. So obviously there will be need for further e-learning courses, and I would love to be able to go on them. And I would certainly recommend these rather good courses to anyone else.
My name's Carrie Buckham and I live in Crawley in West Sussex. I'm a tenant of Crawley Homes, which is Crawley Borough Council. I've been an involved tenant for 3 years now, and I sit on many panels, including the Responsive Repairs panel and our Decent Homes panel, and I'm Vice Chair of the Tenants Forum. Last year I went to TPAS conference, and whilst we were there we saw a fringe meeting going on with regard to the e-learning. And as I have a background in education in general, in particular adult education, I was quite intrigued by this new idea and decided to put my name down. E-learning was a whole new field for me. I'm not particularly computer literate. I can manage an email and I've manoeuvred my way around a computer, but I haven't got any formal training on computing. It was a bit of an adventure and I was quite enthusiastic about it. The three things that I most enjoyed about the first course we did in particular was using some of those skills. Was really nice to actually find a real use for them. Was being able to go and tell other people within Crawley Homes, the involved tenants, that actually this e-learning business isn't anything to be frightened about. It's very simple, step by step, easy to follow. And the third thing I enjoyed about it was all the material we used was relevant to me. It made sense. Nothing was outside the sphere of what I would understand. The second pilot project that we did on the e-learning course was with regard to being a community representative, and I found personally that one to be very enlightening, and it brought out in me a better understanding of what my role was. And with that I've been able to go back to the other involved tenants at Crawley and expand upon that knowledge that I gained, which was really nice, because I did the pilot project with the belief that I would be able to take the knowledge I learned and spread it around, and I really have. I've used that, and we've built up a far greater understanding, particularly on the Tenants Forum, about what our role really is. On a personal level, the e-learning process has actually made me much more confident in using the computer for a variety of things, including personal things, like searching the web for information, but also in using it to contact other tenants in other areas, working within a forum, which I'd never done before. Online forums were something completely new to me, and it was really good to have that opportunity to try it in a safe environment. Well, I felt it was a safe environment where I was supported well and had the safety net of TPAS behind it. I would love to do some more e-learning because I really would like to develop the skills I've learned from the courses I did, take them a stage further. I also enjoyed using the computer because it allowed me the freedom to learn when it was suited me. I wasn't tied to a particular timetable, which with a young family is particularly helpful. I would highly recommend e-learning for a variety of reasons. One, on a personal level, it's very self-satisfying to achieve something on your own, with help, with support. You did it, and it's really good feeling to do that.
My name is Christina. I'm 72 years old and a retired midwife, originally from Sierra Leone. I'm part buying my flat at the moment, and my provider is Catalyst Communities. I am chair of the London Resident Forum. This forum is for the residents of Catalyst in the London area. I saw the email by TPAS advertising the e-learning course that is being piloted. And because I'm retired, I felt that it was something that I could do to keep me occupied and active. In doing the course, my computer skills has been greatly improved. I particularly like the quizzes, which were more to the point of learning. And when I got an answer wrong, my tutor sent the right answer. It was exciting to think outside the box. The contents were thought-provoking because it makes you think of other ways of involving yourself. The course has been of enormous benefit to me. I have already used some suggestions from the course to plan a workshop for other residents. Now that I have learned to use the computer, I would very much want to continue to improve my computing skills. I would definitely want to do more e-learning if there was a course available, and definitely I would recommend the residents to do the course, because in my opinion TPAS put a very good course together.
Okay, so my name is Carissa Whittle. I live in Devizes in Wiltshire with my husband and my children. We moved into our house, social housing rented house, 6 years ago, nearly to the day actually. I was really excited when I had the opportunity to do the e-learning because it just simply worked a lot better for me. I could undertake it on my own time. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to leave by a certain time. I could do it in the evenings. And also in a meeting, I feel sometimes you might be intimidated to ask a question or ask for extra help. And in the e-learning pilot, you have access to a mentor or a tutor at any time to give you a little bit of extra help, or to probe you a bit more, to think a bit harder. And I really found that worked a lot better. Also, you still got the benefit of learning from each other in the forum and bouncing off each other's ideas and comments. And I really found it was incredibly rewarding, and I actually got to know some of the other people perhaps a little bit better than I got to know people in the formal structure of meetings and training. I found for me one of the big benefits was in answering those questions. It stays with me longer, having to think about it and what I learned from it. It made a much bigger impact. And I can still reflect on that stuff. I can still pull up the handouts and build it into what I'm doing now or what I'm going to do next week. I need a little refresher. I would definitely want to do more e-learning courses. Also, I think that this is a way to fill a gap, and I'm hoping that what TPAS can do is help knock down some of the IT barriers for other landlords to be able to do this, and to model how they've done it, particularly with the forums, to help other landlords offer this type of learning environment for their own tenants, so that we can all sort of share from each other. Absolutely, I would recommend it.